hope you're all doing really well, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to do like a workshop preparation video because I've got my next workshop at Stanley House on the 1st of March, which is not that long off. Today is the 11th of February. So I've got about 2.5 to 3 weeks left until the workshop. I've already started a few things, but I wanted to save most of it for this video so I can show you exactly, what things you might need to organise or prepare if you're going to be putting on your own workshop like this. There's a lot of things to think about and consider because you're literally putting on your own event basically in a venue. You need to market it all yourself, like all the materials, and just making sure that everything runs really smoothly on the day. So you want to be prepared with as much as you can. So I'll show you what I've done already, and then this afternoon I'm hoping to get quite a lot more things done because I hate leaving things like right to last minute, especially when it comes to something like this, because you want like as less stress as possible when it comes to the actual workshop. So preparing things as early as possible so you're nice and organised is always the best thing to do. So I thought I'd just show you some of the designs that I've done on Canva. This is firstly the art workshop ticket. So basically when someone purchases a ticket through my website, they'll get a PDF of the art workshop ticket which they can present at the workshop. And I did quite a few of these different ones, like just playing around with different layouts and visuals just to see what worked well. This is the one that I ended up liking the most. It's all of my like brand colours. It's clearly got colour pencils on there and it's obvious what it's all about. There's absolutely loads of these templates on Canva as well, which makes it really easy just to kind of insert your images over the top and just have a play around. It's a really quick way to help you visualise like different templates and kind of make your mind up quicker as to what you actually like. But yeah, this is basically a close-up of the PDF that they'll get when they've bought the ticket. I think the main thing is just make sure all the details are correct, like double check everything. Make sure it's easy to read, and yeah, you don't have to spend too long on a workshop ticket really. There's more important things to be worrying about, but yeah, that's usually what I kind of start with. So I've already drawn what we're going to be drawing for the workshop. It took me a while to kind of figure out what I actually fancied teaching. We've only got 2 hours in the workshop, so I'm conscious that I want everyone to finish in time and not feel like they're rushing through it, but also leave with something that they're kind of really proud of. So I chose to draw this hare, which is only small. It's about 5 by 7 inches. I pretty much finished it within the 2 hours. I went slightly over, but it was because I was figuring out all the colours to use and what techniques I'm going to be using. Whereas when I edit this video down, hopefully it'll be a lot less than 2 hours. So when I'm actually teaching it, I'll know exactly what I'm doing. So it hopefully shouldn't take us as long. I always like to film it as if I was filming a tutorial, because then I've kind of taught my way through it. I know how I'm going to kind of teach it, what colours I'm going to be using in what order and what techniques work well. So I've already got kind of an idea. So I'm going to edit this tutorial now. I also like to include a link to this tutorial or video at the end of my workshop booklets that I give to all the attendees, and it's just so if they don't manage to finish it or they want to have another go at it, then they can either scan the QR code on the back of the workshop booklet or go on the link and it should take them to this video so they can work through it again. So I've just finished editing all of the tutorial of the hare, and I've just listed all the materials that I use throughout, from the paper to the pan pastels, to all of the colour pencils and the tools as well that I use. So I'm going to go back to Canva and show you this workshop booklet. So now that I've done the materials list, I can start filling a little bit more of this out. So I've already actually done this from my previous workshop, which was of 3 deer. So I've literally just swapped the image out, changed the description from deer to hare, and then we've got the materials list with the line drawing and images like step by step throughout the whole process, with a bit of a description next to it, listing all the colours that we're going to use in the right order. So I basically want to replace all of that and use what I've just done in iMovie to kind of fill in the gaps really, so I can cater this workshop booklet to the hair. I just think it's a really nice idea doing a workshop booklet like this. I'll have to find one of my old ones to show you as an example, but I feel like it just helps to keep people on track, and if people are slightly behind or they want to get a few steps ahead, then they can do, and they've always got this as a guide to refer to. Even though I'm going to be explaining every step of the process anyway, and everyone's going to be kind of drawing along together, it just helps to kind of reassure people, I think, that they've got the right colour or they're doing the right technique, and they can kind of compare where they're at with the drawing at different stages with these images that are in the workshop booklet. So I think it's just a nice thing, like a nice extra thing to have at the art class. Also now, because I've done this materials list, I know exactly what colours I'm going to need for every single person. I always like to make sure that every person has one of each colour, so everyone can work on one specific bit at the same stage at the same time, and we're not kind of waiting on colours or for someone to finish with the colour so we can use it. I just like everyone to have one of each thing. So I already have quite a lot of spares of pencils. Literally everything in this box is just spares. I'm just going to see how many of each colour I've got and work out if I need to order any more, but to be honest I think I'll be okay because I do have a lot of spares of the colours that I've already listed. I currently have 5 people coming to my workshop, and I had a limit of 10 on my last one, and I think around 6 people came, but this one being my second one, I feel like more people know about it, and I only posted about it the other day, so the fact that I've got 5 already is a good start. So I don't think I'm going to put a limit on this one. I'm going to try and get to 10 if I can. I feel like that's quite a nice number, and I can go around and still help people one-on-one. Anything bigger than that, I feel like I'll have to really think about the sort of layout of the table so everyone can see like what I'm working on properly. So I'm going to start counting the quantities of some of these colours and see where I'm up to with the stock and if I need to order any more. So they're already grouped into colours from a previous workshop, and with 5 people coming, with me included at the moment, I think I've definitely got more than enough of each colour. I might have to get a few extra if a few more people join and buy tickets, but I'm probably going to do that nearer the time depending on how many people come to the workshop, but at least I've got an idea of what I've got in stock already. So I'm just going to print out some of my reference images of the hair for my workshop, just so everyone has the reference photo next to the drawing that they can refer to. So I'm now just going to cut the drafting film. It's actually the drafting film that we're going to be drawing on. It's kind of like a really thick, good quality tracing paper in a way. It's kind of transparent, but it's got no tooth to it whatsoever. It's completely smooth. So it's a really, really nice surface to work on when you're predominantly focusing on detail. So I'm going to cut down all the paper to 5 by 7 inch, which is the size that we're going to be drawing the hair. So yesterday I cut all the paper down to size for my workshop, and I drew out all the outlines, which took me forever, but at least they're done now. And I've done a few spares as well, just in case anyone else books on in the meantime. I've currently got 7 people coming now, and my plan is to go into Manchester today and work on my workshop booklet this morning. So when I come back, I can start printing them all. I also want to order all of my materials, all my spare pencils, which isn't that many, but I just want to get a few spares of things now that I've got a few more people coming. I want to order a new desktop tripod. This is the one that I currently have. It's what I use to hold my phone when I'm filming tutorials because I can position it to exactly where I want. But because I've had it for quite a few years now, I feel like it's worn down a lot, so it's not very stable anymore. It's quite wobbly. So I definitely need a new one. And since I mentioned it in one of my previous artist vlogs, like maybe last month or so, I've had so many recommendations on different ones to try out. So I've not actually ordered one since then. I've just been waiting to see like which one I can actually see working in my studio. I feel like what works best for me is having it being able to attach to the desk, because then I can move it exactly to where I want and it's not like another tripod in my studio, because I've already got a million tripods in here anyway. Also, if you haven't watched my previous video, which was an artist vlog, you might think, where am I? I'm basically temporarily in Manchester. I've moved into my cousin's house whilst he's away travelling. So I've moved all of my art stuff in here, and I've basically got a new temporary studio in Manchester for the time being. It is quite dark in here, as in very dark grey from literally the ceiling to the floor, but it has got some skylights. It's a much bigger space, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, today's plan is Manchester, order all my materials, do my workshop booklets, and then come back and start printing them. So I managed to finish my workshop booklet. What I did was actually go through the tutorial, make a few notes on the techniques and the colours that I'd used. Then it was just easier when it came to actually making this booklet, so I could kind of summarise everything. So I've got my materials list and then the drawing at various stages with the colours listed next to them and sort of like the main step that you need to do with that colour. And then whilst I was doing this booklet, I had the idea of potentially teaching and demonstrating step by step everything from the face to the ears, and then when we do the second part, which will be the body, leave it to everyone else to kind of be a bit more experimental and see if they can put what they've learned into practice and kind of try the body for themselves. Obviously, I've still got this guidance and I'll still be going around teaching. So I'm going to start printing these booklets out now. I think I'm going to have to print about 8 or 9. There's going to be 8 of us at the workshop, but I'm going to bring maybe 1 or 2 spares just in case anyone wants to take one home or in case someone else books on in the meantime. So I've finished printing all of my workshop booklets and I've stapled them together so they're all ready for this Saturday. All of the materials that I ordered yesterday have arrived today, so I'm just going to unbox them. It's basically just a few extra pencils and art supplies and then my new desktop tripod, which I would have bought anyway whether I was doing a workshop or not. I desperately need a new one. So I'm going to test that out and I'm going to add these pencils to the stock that I've already got, and I should now have enough. So this is the one that I went for. I'm going to set it up and see what it actually looks like. This one's from Amazon and it looks really sturdy, especially compared to what I've already got. So it's got 2 main arms. I guess this part is what connects to the desk, and already this bar section is so much thicker than what I've already got, so I'm hoping it's going to be a lot sturdier. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, my cousin has 2 cats, hence why they keep walking around everywhere. They're so curious about everything. I feel like my artwork is just a free-for-all at the minute. They're just climbing over everything. This is the other arm, which I think connects something like that. So instead of having a tripod that currently has 3 arms, by the time you get to the 3rd one, it's really flimsy. Whereas this is literally 1 arm. So I can adjust the height of it and I think how far out it can go as well. So I'll set it up and I'll see what it looks like, but I feel like that actually feels really, really sturdy and good quality, so I've got high hopes for this, if it doesn't break it in the process. We've also got all these like holders and screws. I think this is to hold my phone. This is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm just going to put some of these spare pencils into some of these colour packs that I've already kind of got already in stock. So now I've got the perfect quantities all grouped into the different colours. So I'm going to start packing them into these boxes ready to transport on Saturday. And just like that, my workshop is literally tomorrow. So I've pretty much got everything sorted. I've cut down all the paper, I've done all the outlines, I've counted all the quantities of my pencils and grouped them all into colours. I've ordered some extras like my pan pastels and some extra soft knife applicators with sponges, just so everyone's got one of each. I should have some more craft knife slice tools arriving today as well. But yeah, everything is pretty much done. So I'm going to pack everything into a box so I can just put it into the boot in the morning. So I think we'll probably set off from here about 11. Maybe a little bit before. I want to get to Stanley House about 12ish and start setting everything up. Still got 7 people coming to my workshop, which I feel like is a really, really nice number. It's more than I had in my last one, and I've got a few people that came to my last one coming to this one as well. They bring in a few more friends with them and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow. I'm glad that everything is finally organised. But also I'm going to show you my new desktop tripod, which I got the other day from Amazon. I'm so happy with it. My other one is literally in the bin. It's not even worth keeping. So the one that I had was really worn down, and it was really sort of wobbly. It wasn't very stable. The one that I've bought is so sturdy, it doesn't move at all when I'm drawing. So no more shaky camera when I'm doing tutorials. It's going to be completely still. It's kind of set up a little bit differently than my other one. It's not like a sort of tripod with 3 arms where I can move it to exactly where I want. It's not as flexible as that. It's kind of more like this. So this is really sturdy, and then I can move the arm up and down, and I can move this, so it looks like I'm doing the robot, move this like towards my drawing so I can set it up to the right height and angle that I want. But yeah, I'll show you in a minute because it's set up on my desk and I'm going to be working on a commission this afternoon. But yeah, I'm going to start packaging all of this into a box ready for tomorrow's workshop. So this is my new desktop tripod. So already compared to my other one, you can see how sturdy it is. And then it's got this part here which I can put in front of my drawing, and I can extend it if I want to. And I can adjust the height if I want to, and then my phone attaches here. And this also moves around as well, so I do have a bit of freedom as to where I can position my phone. You're in the box. All packed up and all ready to go in the morning. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this workshop preparation video, I'm all packed up, ready to go in the morning. And yeah, I hope I've managed to cover everything there in terms of all the materials that you might need if you are preparing for your own workshop. Once I've finished working on this commission this afternoon, I'm going to package up my new desktop tripod, and I think I might just double check that all the pencils are really sharp as well before I go tomorrow. But yeah, all the bulk of everything is done. So my next video is going to be my workshop video. So I'll try and get some clips of me setting up at the workshop and throughout the workshop as well. And sort of, yeah, let you know how it went basically. So that's going to be my next video. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel to see more art related content. And I'll be back very soon with my workshop video.